What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're going to be talking about Bungie's Dawning trailer. So the Dawning is basically rebranded SRL with a few additions to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to be showing you the trailer in the background and we're going to talk about it. We're not going to do this like a normal reaction video where we just walk step by step through the trailer and happen to watch it and go, ooh, ah, no. We're going to do our normal style and we're going to talk to you about what I was thinking whenever I saw this and my opinions on things going forward. So if you enjoy this video, please smack that like button, leave a comment below, and feel free to share it if you'd like. Also, yesterday I was notified by a number of people that my thumbnail for my YouTube is Broken video was used in Leafy is Here's latest video, and that's pretty cool. Good to see that the big guys are out there still doing this stuff, because YouTube is absolutely 100% completely broken. Absolutely broken. It's gonna kill us all. It is absolutely gonna kill these channels. I say this all the time, and it really is. I can't imagine the people that actually make a living off this stuff being able to continue with the way things are right now. So instead of simply SRL coming back, we have a new holiday-themed event called The Dawning. And just like Festival of the Lost, with The Dawning, our tower is going to get decorated in some type of winter holiday-themed style. And that should be pretty fun and interesting. So we talked about SRL coming back, and my date was off. I thought it was going to come back this Tuesday. It's actually going to come out on December 13th, and it's going to last for 3 weeks, ending on January 3rd. So you're going to have a lot of time in the tower to be able to do whatever it is we're going to be doing with the Dawning event. And it's kind of fun that this isn't just SRL. Bungie is expanding it into its own themed holiday, and that means that yes, we are going to have new Eververse packages with surely new shaders and new emotes for purchase. Now hopefully that's not it. And I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be it or not for the Dawning, but I do know that with this event, we're getting a lot of additional quality of life improvements in Destiny. One of which is going to be this strike scoring, and I think that's really nice. Basically, Bungie needs a way for people to come back and play Destiny that's not simply PvP and the Crucible. We need to have some type of replayability in our PvE style events. Now they do make mention that some of the bounty scoring is going to be similar to Prison of the Elders and Challenge of the Elders, but this is going to be in strikes. And what's going to happen is Zavala is actually going to have bounties for us, and I would assume that whenever you go into strikes, if you've got these bounties completed, then you can go ahead and get rewards. Now I saw mention of also Nightfall rewards. Does this mean that we're going to have like a weekly Nightfall tiered bounty, just like we have our weekly PvP bounties that we get from Shacks? That would be really nice, because that would add yet another additional way to go ahead and get endgame loot, and of course exotic ingrams if you're lucky enough. So I really like that. I think that's really interesting, because it's funny because just a week or so ago, I was talking to my buddies and I was like, you know what? I never play strikes. The only strikes I play are one heroic strike each week for that Radiant treasure, and then my Nightfalls each week, and that's it. But back in year one, I actually played strikes and I grinded strikes. I did them over and over again. Before we ended up getting to a close, I was actually trying to find out the dry rot. I never got it. I got my hopscotch pilgrim from strikes, so I definitely enjoyed grinding strikes. And maybe, hopefully, this strike scoring system will allow us and let us and want us to go ahead in and play strikes over and over again. And that's nice. That's a nice little change up, because honestly, you can run through strikes on autopilot, especially if it's not heroic strikes. If it's just normal strikes, you can run through that on autopilot. And so if you're just tired of the Crucible grind, go in and run strikes and hopefully get some nice rewards. And speaking of rewards, we're going to get some new armor sets in Destiny, and they do look pretty fun. Obviously, legendary armor sets. I'm really a big fan of that Sea Urchin one for the Warlock. I think that one looks hilarious and over the top, and I definitely want to get it and put it on. As far as legendary weapons, not sure if there's going to be new ones introduced in the game or not, but we do know that we are going to get some new exotic weapons, including the Year 3 Icebreaker. So yes, Icebreaker is back. Regenning ammo with your sniper rifle is back. Is it going to get tweaked? I heard some rumors that maybe it will, but I don't know what those tweaks might be. Way back, before the Icebreaker got basically taken out of rotation, it did get a change. It basically had its ammo regeneration nerfed a little bit. So is that going to be it, or are we going to see some other nerfs? Because we all know that special ammo in the Crucible is a thing. That's basically what they're always tweaking. But then again, they have the changes on where if you swap weapons, you lose all of your special ammo. So maybe it's not going to be that big of a deal. You can't go into your match, generate all your Icebreaker ammo, swap to a weapon, and have full shotgun ammo. That's probably not going to be a thing because that's not a thing right now. So Icebreaker is back. And also, apparently, we're getting our Fire Lord and Void Lord. So pretty much these weapons have been in the game forever. People have been seeing our Thunderlord style Void and Solar equivalents for the heavy slot, these heavy Void and Fire machine guns, but they haven't been in the game. But apparently they are coming now. Are they going to be different at all from the Thunderlord, or are they simply going to be element swaps of the Thunderlord? I hope there are some differences, because quite honestly, right now in the game, even though people love the Thunderlord, it's really not a good weapon in the game right now. The way that you're supposed to use that weapon, you want more heavy ammo than you actually have. Bungie's been nerfing the heavy ammo, so you don't have enough to actually use the Thunderlord as effectively as you used to be able to do way back in year 1. So we're getting some new exotics, and we're also getting some new exotic ornaments. And we're not really going to touch on this that much. We might do an exotic ornament video, maybe tomorrow. we might. So new exotics, new armor pieces. Very cool. So we're also going to be getting 3 remastered strikes. We're going to be getting the Will of Crota, the Shadow Thief, and the Nexus Mind. And it's really interesting because the Nexus Mind is kind of a cult favorite of strikes. It's really short. It was actually the very first Nightfall that I ever completed, so that's pretty cool. But it never really came up in Nightfall rotation, even in year 1. It was very, very rare that it ever came up. So it's going to be nice to have this thing remastered, and it will have a skeleton key drop, though I hear it's only going to be a class item, not a weapon, womp womp. But it's going to be nice to have 3 new strikes. That means we're going to have 3 new options for the Nightfall, though Will of Crota means Omnigul, and if what I heard is correct that they're going to lock you in the Omnigul room, holy crap, I can't even wrap my head around that one. I can't wrap my head around that. That is going to be really tricky. And finally, SRL is coming back. So we're going to have 4 tracks this time. So we're going to have our original 2, and then I believe a track on Earth and Mercury. So doubling up the number of tracks that we had last time, that's cool. It also means that we're going to have a bunch of new Sparrows, and some of them do look cool. It's really tricky to go ahead and get a good idea on these Sparrows just from screenshots, because I believe some of them do have some moving and animated textures on them. So I think they're going to be cooler in action than whenever you just see them in a screenshot. So SRL is coming back. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but we did make mention that we're hoping that SRL is going to be something that we want to go into and play over and over and over again. I'm still not 100% sure that we've got the rewards and incentive to make us play this over and over and over again, even though we are getting double the amount of tracks, which I said was something that they pretty much needed to do. So that's a really nice thing. And also, if you really do enjoy SRL, you can play it anytime you want now in private matches. So SRL tracks are going to be in private matches, so that's really nice. Now, instead of 1v1ing in a Crucible, you can 1v1 on the racetrack, so that's really nice. Overall, if we just got Sparrow Racing League, I feel like people would be disappointed. I'm not stupid enough to think that people aren't going to complain about this before it's even released, but I think adding in the strikes, adding in the new loot, adding in 3 new exotics, adding in all the ornaments, plus SRL, plus whatever other things are hidden that they haven't mentioned right now, I think that's at least a nice little event, or it's at least a nice little addition for just some free content. It's not going to drastically change Destiny or anything like that, but I think it's at least a good step. If every 2 or 3 months we could get an update similar to this, I think you could keep people engaged and happy. People are still going to complain, don't get me wrong, but as long as you're adding some content with substance, something that's going to at least add to the game, like strike scoring, it should add and allow people to play some more PvE style content. As long as you're adding things like this every couple months, I think that can keep people engaged, at least in the short term, and hopefully going forward. So I'm more intrigued and happy about this than I was with Festival of the Lost. Hopefully whenever we get this in about a week, hopefully it lives up to expectations. It's not going to change the landscape of gaming or anything like that, but it's a nice little quality of life improvement. So I am excited and looking forward to this. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your dawning, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #Icebreaker.